We are receiving a lot of questions lately about our tier system and the allocation system on our PEAKDEFI Launchpad. And today I'm going to give you a whole guide about this different tier and allocation system so that you can fully understand it and make smarter decisions for your investments through our PEAKDEFI Launchpad. Let's go. First of all, the question, what is a tier system and why do we need it? The tier system is a way how we as PEAKDEFI can democratize the way we talk to investors and to see how valuable and loyal our user or customer is to us as PEAKDEFI, because we value our or your loyalty in the amount of PEAK token that you stake on our PEAKDEFI Launchpad. So if you want to participate in a sale on our PEAKDEFI Launchpad, you need to stake our native currency, our PEAK token, and the more PEAK token you stake, the higher your tier level will be. And the higher your tier level, the more allocation you can purchase when a sale is available on our Launchpad. So it makes sense for you as an investor to reach a higher tier level in order to invest more through our different sales. So we have some information here, but I want to give you a little presentation that I prepared so that you can really understand how the tier level and the allocation works together. So let's jump into the presentation, PEAKDEFI Tier System Explained. So I'm going to use an example project name with an example allocation here, and we are going to use these numbers for the whole presentation. I will make it quick so that you can really understand it in a fast time and do not waste any more time. So we have an example project of XYZ private sale. We have an allocation of $100,000 that we are going to distribute here with the token price of $0.5. So 200,000 tokens are available. And as I said before, we have the different tier levels, tier level 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just one more note, our tier level 0 is randomly selected through our integration of Chainlink variable random function, and all the other tier levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are guaranteed allocations. And this comes later again because this is very important that we have guaranteed allocations. And here in this example, we are going to talk about the assigned allocation to the tier levels, the whitelisted users per tier level, the allocation per user, and the displayed allocation that we are going to show you on the website when a sale is opened. So as we are going to distribute $100,000, I have distributed these $100,000 to our different tier levels. So as I said, the higher your tier levels, the more likely the higher the investment is that you can do on our PEAKDEFI Launchpad when a sale is open. So tier level 5 will always get the highest allocation. We will check these numbers and we will differentiate it a little bit because every time with every sale, a different number of people are going to be whitelisted in the different sales. These are just example numbers now, but sometimes these numbers change. And if we see that, for example, too many people are on tier level 4, then we are going to give more allocation to tier level 4 so that it's more valuable to compared to tier level 3, for example. So in this project XYZ here, we are going to distribute the tier level allocations evenly, that tier level 5 gets the most allocation here. And then you can see that with the whitelisted users, there's like uneven numbers all the time, because sometimes more people are on tier level 1 with a sale, the next time more people are on tier level 4 or maybe in tier level 5 even. So it also depends on the PEAK token price, because the lower the PEAK token price, the more people purchase PEAK token and go into a higher tier level as well. So if we take those numbers that I've written down here and we calculate them, we will come out to this allocation per user. So a tier level 0 investor would be able to invest $166, $240, $357, $400, $709, and $1,400. So you can see that the higher the tier level, the more that you can invest. But sometimes we show you a displayed allocation on the PEAKDEFI Launchpad, and this is usually a little bit higher than the allocation that we assign to the users. So sometimes you invest the number that you see exactly here, but sometimes you don't get exactly this number because it's a little bit lower. And this is because usually not everybody who was whitelisted for a sale participates in the sale at the end. So there's always some tokens left. And this is why we recommend to deposit like 30-40% more than your allocation that is given to you by the smart contract. So invest a little bit more like the displayed allocation that we show you, just to make sure that you really get your money's worth and that we sell out quickly. because if not everybody participates, then there would be tokens left. So if everybody participated with a little bit more, then you can see later on the next slide that there's an additional deposit money pool, and this token or this money will be used to buy more tokens. So it gives our investors more opportunity to be involved with the different sales. So if we take these numbers that we just written down, and we are taking these numbers now, there's like different scenarios when somebody invests or deposits money for a sale. So let's say scenario A, a tier 3 user deposits $400. So tier 3, we can see 45 whitelisted users, $400 is the allocation. So a tier 3 user deposits $400. The smart contract assigns him his allocation and everything is done. Because the assigned allocation is $400, he deposits $400, so the smart contract will just assign him his allocation and everything is fine. Now we have the second scenario, scenario B. A tier 1 user deposits $200, so $40 less. The smart contract assigns him his allocation, $200 that he bought up just right now, and $40 of his tokens or $40 of his remaining allocation will go into a leftover pool. This is very important because there's always like a hidden leftover pool when somebody does not buy his whole allocation. And this is very important for the next step, because sometimes if you buy up the displayed allocation, you invest a little bit more. For example here, scenario C. A tier 5 user deposits $2,000. So the smart contract assigns him his allocation of $1,400, and $600 will go into an additional deposit pool until the end of the sale. And this is very important because we have the leftover pool with leftover allocations that were not bought up, and we have the additional deposit pool, which is all the money which was additionally deposited, which goes over the allocation of the users, which will then end up there until the end of sale. And why is it until the end of sale? Because we have a guaranteed allocation and everybody can participate until the very last second of the sale if he's whitelisted to buy up his allocation. And then after the sale ended, the smart contract will do all the different calculations and match the leftover pool with the additional deposit pool. So the smart contract checks if there are tokens left in the leftover pool because people did not buy the whole allocation, and the smart contract will then use the money from the additional deposit pool and assigns more token to the users who deposited more automatically. So if a tier 5 user deposited $2,000, he first got the $1,400 worth of allocation, and then later, when somebody didn't buy up the other allocation that they were assigned to, he will get more until the smart contract reaches $2,000. So this is very important to understand. And also keep in mind, we have a guaranteed allocation with our tier system. So you can invest until the very end of the sale. Because here's a screenshot from our Sugar Kingdom Odyssey sale. And after 20 minutes of opening the sale, we were already sold out and raised enough money for the allocation that we offered. Because we offered $30,000 first, and after 20 minutes, we already had $33,854. But people who were whitelisted had still the possibility to buy up their allocations or deposit more, because here you can see time until launch, 4 days and 12 hours. So the sale was still open for another 4 days, and everybody who was whitelisted was still able to purchase his allocation. Because we have the guaranteed allocation system, so everybody who is whitelisted can deposit, even if we have raised more already. Because our website will count all the deposited funds as a progress, and if there's like bought allocation plus money in the additional deposit pool that we have seen on the slide before, it will count as a sale progress. That is why there can be more than 100% shown as sold. Because in this example here, we can see after 20 minutes we were already at 113%. So we have raised 30% more than we were originally selling. So that is why we can show more and more sold out, because if somebody is whitelisted and he deposits after 2 more days, and then we're at 40,000, it can raise up to 45,000. But it doesn't matter, because nothing is lost at the PEAKDEFI Launchpad, because the last important information is, if someone deposits more than his allocation, the additional money goes into the additional deposit pool. Right, we checked it earlier. And after the sale ended, when the smart contract did all the calculations, and if there's still money left in the pool from a user because he just deposited too much, then the user will see a button where he can claim back the additional USDT. So if you deposit, for example, $5,000 and you have a $1,400 allocation and you get this, and then the smart contract will give you another, let's say, $2,000 from the leftover pool, then you have bought up $3,400, but you still have $1,600 in the additional deposited pool. So this is money that you can just claim back after the sale. So the smart contract will have it available ready to you for claim within a second. So nothing is wasted. You can always get your money back if you deposited too much. So don't worry about that. And remember, PEAKDEFI Launchpad deposits, we have a minimum of $10 and a maximum which is unlimited. Since additional deposits go into the additional deposit pool, and if it's more after the end of the sale, the user can claim it back, so nothing is lost and nothing is wasted. So PEAKDEFI Launchpad offers guaranteed and fairly high allocations compared to other launchpads. Additionally, we ordered projects very carefully and very thorough because we better not list a project which is we better not list a medium project. Or what do I say here? And better not list a project instead of listing a medium rated project. Yeah, correct. So yeah, if a project is only medium rated, we are not going to list it. Like we only want to have the best projects available on our PEAKDEFI Launchpad. And if that means that we have like 1 month or 2 months without a sale, that's fine. But we will wait until the very good projects approach us or we approach them, and until we offer something really, really good for the community, because we only want to list the best projects that are available on the market. And if a project messes up, or if tokens are not being distributed regularly through the smart contracts or by the different projects, then our community will get their funds back. Because if the projects do not deliver, if they don't deliver the tokens or anything else is going wrong when the TG is happening, then our customers will always get their funds back. So stop wasting time, buy some Peak token and increase your tier level, because the higher your tier level, the higher the investments that you can do. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.